One of the fastest ways to lose a high quality client is not saying the wrong thing. It's saying too much. Most advisors don't lose clients because they're wrong. They lose them because they overwhelm. Too many charts, too many terms, too much explanation before the client is emotionally bought in. Here's the hard truth. Clarity closes, complexity repels. And wealthy clients are not impressed by how much you know. They're impressed by how clearly you can explain what matters. Let me show you how to present without losing clients in the details. First principle, confused clients don't say no. They say, "I'll think about it." High net worth prospects almost never say no directly. Instead, you hear things like, "I need to think about it. I want to run this by my CPA. Let me digest this." That's not rejection. That's cognitive overload. When clients feel overwhelmed, their brain defaults to delay because delay feels safer than making a decision they don't fully understand. So the goal of your presentation is not education. The goal is clarity. Second principle, jargon is a trust killer. Advisors love jargon because it makes us feel smart. Clients hate jargon because it makes them feel stupid. Words like participation rate, volatility control, cap spreads, internal rate arbitrage, crediting methodologies. Those words belong in underwriting rooms, not in first-round client conversations. Here's the NEPQ reframe. If you can't explain a strategy in plain language, you don't own it yet. So instead of explaining how something works in detail, focus on what it does and why it matters. Ask questions like, how detailed do you like to get before you feel comfortable making decisions? Or, would you prefer a high-level overview first, or should we go deeper right away? That question alone saves deals. Third principle, present in layers, not all at once. Elite advisors present in layers, not data dumps. Layer 1 is the outcome. Layer 2 is the structure. Layer 3 is the mechanics, and only if needed. Here's what that sounds like. At a high level, this strategy is designed to reduce tax drag, preserve liquidity, and create a guaranteed pool of capital for your family. Then ask, does that direction align with what you were hoping to accomplish? Only after they say yes do you go deeper. This keeps the client in control, and when clients feel in control, they move forward. Fourth principle, use metaphors, not math. Wealthy clients make decisions emotionally first, then justify them intellectually. That's why metaphors beat math every time. Instead of explaining premium finance with spreadsheets, say, think of this like a real estate developer using a construction loan. They use the bank's money to build the asset while keeping their own capital working elsewhere. Instead of explaining policy mechanics, say, this is essentially a balance sheet strategy. We're deciding where your dollars are most productive. Then ask, does that analogy make sense? If it does, you're winning. If it doesn't, you adjust, not explain harder. Fifth principle, stop teaching, start guiding. Clients don't hire you to teach them insurance. They hire you to guide decisions. If you catch yourself talking for more than 60 seconds without asking a question, you're probably losing them. Every explanation should end with a question. Like, how does that land with you? What part of that feels most important? What concerns does that raise for you? Those questions keep the conversation collaborative instead of performative. Here's the bottom line. The best presenters aren't the smartest in the room. They're the clearest. If you simplify, if you avoid jargon, if you present in layers, and if you guide instead of teach, you'll notice something powerful. Clients stop saying, I need to think about it, and start saying, what's the next step? This approach, clarity over complexity, is a core principle of the JMac method. And inside the JMac Method Academy, we teach advisors how to present advanced strategies simply, without dumbing them down and without losing authority. Drop a comment and tell me, what part of your presentation do clients usually get stuck on? And I'll break that down next.